Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here. Welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a brand new Scream Sims 4 build. I'm so freaking happy that I can finally post this build. It's been in the backlog for a while, was ready to be released for Halloween, but I couldn't because I wanted to support the SAG-AFTRA strikes. Finally, now the strikes are over. The studios agreed with the SAG-AFTRA requests, so we can finally talk about it, and I'm so happy they reached an agreement for the actors, of course, that they can finally be paid for, their work equally and as they should, but also that I can finally post this build because I know everyone on this channel always loves the Scream videos, the Scream builds, and I'm so happy that I can show you this one. I am super proud of how this one turned out, and as always, after the end of this video, there's gonna be screenshots of the whole build. So in this building process, I won't show every single thing, but in the screenshots you will see every single detail. And I will also, it's up on the gallery as always. My ID is Simmuz like here on YouTube, but without spaces. But finally, I'm doing another Scream build. I know I wanted to post it for Halloween, as I said I couldn't, so it's out now, and I'm so proud of this one. It turned out great. There's so much great detail, and it was one of the hardest builds I think to make. And this house is Tara Carpenter house from Scream 5 or Scream 2022, whichever you want to call it. I call it Scream 5 because it's easier to distinguish it from the original one, since they are called the same. This one is Scream 5, I guess. So this is the Tara Carpenter house that you see at the beginning of the movie when she gets attacked by Ghostface. Spoilers. Also, I will go a little bit in spoilers for the movie, so if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you do before watching this video. Also because there's gonna be a little scenes here and there, probably maybe even already been added to the video, so I don't know. I haven't edited that part. I'm just looking at the split build right now. But I'm super proud of how this build turned out because it's such a hard house, because there's literally no information about this house anywhere. So I based this mainly on the scenes that are actually filmed in the movie, since they're filmed inside that house, and of course on the few shots on the outside that we have in the movie. I did look up this house on Zillow, and it is there, but there's really not any pictures except a couple of pictures of the outside, which of course I did use, and of course I used also Google Maps, and I found a way to at least make the outside as close as possible to what the outside actually looks like. So I think the outside and the kitchen and living room are spot on. The rest of the house is a little bit more my vision, and also the upstairs is completely made up. So the upstairs might be completely wrong. It's probably actually completely wrong, but just so you know, I tried my best to make it so it made sense. It's fine. I think at the end the final result is great. It looks very much like the one in the movie, especially from the front. I think it looks great, and using Google Maps to make sure the windows on the outside matched, I think it worked out. So let's talk a little bit about this house. This house is, I think, just $100 million in price. At least that's what it says on Zillow. It has been bought from the owners, I think in 2014 or 16, I don't remember which one, and it was worth, I think, just under $500,000 then, and it grew in price, of course, through time, and now it's just $100 million, and that really shows you that the Scream really loves the Scream team really loves to use the most expensive houses. So if you don't know, I already built on this channel Macher's house, Sidney Prescott's house, and Casey Becker's house from the first Scream movie, and all of those are so detailed and huge. They're massive houses, and all of them are super expensive. So this one, it's still pretty big. It's not the biggest house in the world, but it's pretty large, and it also is super freaking expensive as well. So the tradition is set, only super massive houses. And I decided to go and build a Scream 5 build, just because at this point, building the main, I guess, 3 houses from the first film, I wasn't really sure what else to build from the first movie. I could have built maybe Woodsboro High, so if you're interested in me building that next, I could do that. But since I couldn't really think of anything, I decided to move into other movies from the Scream franchise, so I went with this house because I think it's pretty iconic. It's the return of the franchise after 11 years. Yeah, I think Scream 4 was in 2011, Scream 5 in 2022, so it is 11 years later. Like, it's a huge moment, and there's the new trilogy, I guess duology for now, but it's gonna be a trilogy, so I like it. I thought it was a pretty iconic. It's also an opening scene with a great actress, Jenna Ortega, just like we did with Drew Barrymore in the first movie. It's iconic. I think it works out great. It's also the only first attack in a Scream movie that doesn't end up with a murder, because Jenna Ortega survives, and I think it's the only one as a first kill in a movie in the Scream franchise that doesn't end up with her dying. And it was great. I really enjoyed the first the Scream 5. Also, I did enjoy Scream 6 as well. I think Scream 5 was a little safer of a movie, and I think Scream 6 was much greater because they tried something different. But you might have different opinions. But here, well, let's talk a little bit about this house. So the kitchen that I'm building right now, this one was the easiest part of the house for me to furnish, because we see this kitchen so much in this movie. It's the only room that you see fully, completely perfectly fine in the whole movie, because Jenna Ortega, Tara Carpenter, I guess I'm gonna call it Tara, she hangs out in this kitchen basically the whole scene. She does do a walk around the house, and that's how I knew to furnish it a little bit. So for example, you see that table for the dining area right back there. Also the living room with the big bookcase where she gets a key, if I'm not mistaken. The fireplace, the TV area. You do see also a couple of shots of the stairs. I think there's one at the beginning where she's just walking to this door to make sure it's locked. And also there's another one when Ghostface is in the house, that you see. Yeah, I think that it's when Ghostface is locking and unlocking her alarms, so the automatic locks. So that's another thing that you see it. There's a lot of details that I wanted to put in and make sure was it reminded you of the movie, like this little thing that I'm building right now, this little vent area with the lamp, a bowl, and flowers. It's exactly the same color. The bowl is there, the lamp is there. It's exactly like it is in the movie. I really wanted to make sure it looked the same. Also, there's this area right here that in the movie it's super freaking dark. You don't really see what's behind it. Since there is a door on the outside, I thought this was like a mudroom kind of area, so that's what I made it in. So it's like a little area where you can take off your shoes, take off your jacket, leave them there, and get into the house on the side instead of the main entrance. And it connects on the outside to where they park the cars, so I guess it makes sense to be a little entrance nook area. And also that's where Ghostface gets in the house, so I guess it makes a lot of sense now. Also that lamp right there, the big bowl, that one is spot on perfect. And I think it was much easier to furnish this house than other houses that I built for this franchise, just because The Sims 4 is of course a modern game, so there's a lot of modern contemporary furniture, and trying to get that 90s look that all the other houses that I built before had was a little hard. While this house being a little bit more modern, I think it worked out pretty well. Also, let's talk about this little room for a second. You see it like quickly when she's walking by, and you can clearly see a candelabra. It's turned off. There is a candelabra though, and I'm like, why would there be a candelabra right? It's like on a desk or a side table. I think I do change that desk into a side table, and it's like, well, it's so random. I don't know. I got me really. I was thinking about it when I was building it, and also right now, like, why would you have a candelabra right there? It doesn't do anything. It is so like baroque and ornate. You see it so briefly, but I paused the movie. And it's just a little second of it, and I'm like, why? What? But let's talk about this room as well. So we are moving on to the upstairs, and the upstairs, as I said, I didn't have any information about. I only know that there are 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, if I'm not mistaken, or 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Yeah, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. So there's a bathroom downstairs and 2 bathrooms upstairs. And there are 4 bedrooms. This one is one of the bedrooms. I made it into like more of an office area. And since there is a fireplace like chimney outside, there's 2 chimneys outside. One, of course, is corresponding to the fireplace in the living room, and that's great. But there's also another bigger one, and I was like, where's that fireplace? We don't know. We don't see it. We just see the chimney on the outside. So I decided to put a fireplace in this bedroom / office area, made it into like a little computer room, basically. It is the smallest, I think, of the bedrooms, so it made sense to make it more into an office. This bedroom right here, this is, I think, the biggest bedroom in the house, but I made this little like walk-in closet as well, with remote decorator, which works always perfectly for it. And in my mind, this is more like Tara's bedroom. So this is gonna turn out into like a teenager girl bedroom. It's not the greatest place, not my favorite bedroom I've ever made, but you know, it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I like it. The only thing is like would the daughter have the bigger bedroom? I'm not really sure. Also, let's talk about for a second. This house is pretty big. It's pretty nice. Like it's not the biggest, most luxurious house in the world, but it's pretty nice. It's a pretty luxe house. It's huge also, and this house is for 2 people. I mean, I guess technically maybe when they bought it there were 4 people, but now only Tara and their mom lives here because their dad like left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they talk about it, and I don't know. I feel like it's such a huge house to have on only one income, but it's, I guess, also a thing in the Scream universe because Sidney's house, if you think about it, it's a huge, massive house. It has such a big garden, the huge patio at the back, and that also is a house for only one parent because there's only her dad, because her mom died. So I guess that's also like something. I don't know. Maybe there is a thing with the Scream franchise and huge houses that cost millions of dollars, and also these houses are owned by one parent. Because also, now that I think about it, in Scream 5 there is also the house for Wes, I think it's called, the character's name, which is Judy's, I think her name is Judy, the officer, is her son. Their house is massive, and she is a single parent as well. Or at least we don't see her husband, so maybe she has a husband or a wife or whatever. We don't know. But she seems to be a single parent, and that's crazy. That's huge. Anyway, the garden is not super massive, but I decided to, you know, try and make it look cute. They're, of course, doing a lot of plants and very green because there's a lot of greenery and you see it on Google Maps. And also I decided to add the little shed. There is a shed that you see on Google Maps. I guess it was just a shed for like garden stuff. I don't know. And I think we are moving on to the screenshots pretty soon because this is just, I'm doing a little bit more like outdoor here, adding a chimney or two, doing some terrain painting, and I think we're moving on to the screenshots. So we're almost done with this video. So if you have not checked out all my other Scream builds, there is a playlist on my channel called Scream X, The Sims 4. So it's all the videos about the Scream franchise in The Sims 4. And this is the latest addition to it. So if you're interested in seeing the other videos, I highly recommend them. I really like them. They're one of my favorite videos I made on this channel. And also let me know, of course, in the comments what you think about this house. What other houses from this franchise you would like me to see build. We could do, I don't know, houses from Scream 2. I'm not really, maybe CC sorority. I think she's in, like, in a sorority house. Or what else could I build? I don't know. The college, the amphitheatrum where she does the, I forgot the name of the Sidney's show. I don't remember, but whatever. Scream 3, maybe there's the massive, like, Hollywood house that they go in. I don't know. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you want me to build next. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. Of course, it really helps me out, it supports me, and you know, it spreads these videos to a lot more people. So thank you so much, and I guess I'm just leaving you to the last few screenshots. Bye.